The Ninja Gaiden franchise is one of my favorites as a kid, and the new game The Messenger has a lot of inspiration from that classic series. But does this one end up having some gnarly ninjutsu, or is the katana on this one not sharp enough to cut through the competition? In The Messenger, you're playing as a ninja in training. At the beginning of the game, a demon wipes out your village, killing all the other ninjas that are also training and leaving just you and an elder. The elder tasks you with delivering a message and you're set off into the world. While comparisons of Ninja Gaiden are very much just, there is more going on here. When you attack enemies or attack objects in the background like lanterns to earn items, you'll be able to earn also a double jump. This will allow you to jump from platform to platform or get over enemies a lot easier and lead to some really fun gameplay when you're just able to pull off these really cool double jumps at the last moment, getting around enemies or hazards. As the game progresses and new moves are added, such as being able to destroy enemy projectiles, be able to dash through underwater sequences, or being able to use a rope to instantly attach to nearby walls, the game really opens up and allows for a fast-paced and fun adventure that I think a lot of retro enthusiasts are going to absolutely love. The Messenger is one of those indie games that stands above a lot of the other retro-inspired ones. It's on the same kind of level as something like an Axiom Verge or a Shovel Knight, where there's a lot of inspiration from classics, but it does enough new and does enough new well that it's well worth looking at. I will say that the game's difficulty and controls are a lot more lenient than some of the classic Ninja Gaiden games. While there are still plenty of really difficult spots throughout the game that some may have more trouble with than others, you don't have as bad of the dreaded knockback or respawning enemies that made some of those classic games a lot more difficult than they necessarily needed to be. You don't have a life counter in The Messenger. Instead, when you die, this little demon ends up appearing near you and floats along with you, and you have to feed him the game's money in order for him to go away. After he gets enough money, and this increases the more and more you die, he'll go away and you'll be able to once again collect money. There's a lot of collectibles in the game to keep an eye out for using your abilities to pretty much hunt every nook and cranny. These tokens you'll find throughout areas will be able to buy some really powerful moves, as well as you'll also find big clusters of money that can buy the normal upgrades. The bosses were a blast. The battle, each new one presented some new challenges and were creative enough to stand out from one another. The moth fight in particular was probably my favorite of the boss encounters. While the game isn't extremely long, it probably will take you roughly 3.5 to 5 hours depending upon your skill level in order to get through it on your first playthrough. And even then, with all the collectibles and just how fun the game is, you'll probably end up replaying it quite a bit. All the backgrounds and character designs were really nicely done, some great scrolling on some of the levels. Soundtrack was also fantastic. I highly recommend giving it a look. I'm happy to report from the technical side of things there was no crashing or other major glitches. The Messenger is available now for $19.99 on the Nintendo Switch as well as PC. Overall, The Messenger is a great retro-inspired game. Yes, we see a ton of them, but this is one of those ones that stands above the rest. It's on a different level. Like I said earlier on, if you're someone who loves retro games and you played stuff like Axiom Verge or Shovel Knight, that's the kind of quality and love you're seeing put into this title. There's a good reason why it's getting a bunch of hype right now. It's one of those few retro indie games that's actually worth your time and money. With that said, I'm going to be giving The Messenger on the PC a 9 out of 10. That's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoy.